Welcome, sports cards collectors and live breakers. Let's give this another shot. Just got back from a long vacation. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's happened in the sports card industry, especially with live breaks and eBay and Fanatics Live in particular. So, for those of you that did not know, Fanatics Live is now live. That has been open about a week or so. You're going to need an iPhone or iPad. It's only in the Apple Store as of right now, or at least as of yesterday when I checked. It could be making it to Android relatively soon. You're going to need early access code. So after you create your login, your username with your email address, etc., you're going to need the access code use warmups, WARMUPS. That will get you into the platform. There's a similar to eBay. Established breakers are selected up front. There's only a handful when you get into the app. There is a handful of apps breaks listed already. Seem to be pick your team, preset prices, no auction styles. Gives you the notes, what you're breaking, how many boxes, cases, etc. People have some quick little notes on box break format of breakdown. The usual items. Two autographs per box, one patch per box, etc. That's all listed, and then it gives you a price for your shipping and taxes. If you got to pay sales tax to your state, and then you also have the shipping breakdown. If you buy multiple teams, the one I saw had 50 cents extra per team, $4.95 for first team. So there's very similar to eBay. It's all done in the app format. You can just swipe through left and right and look at, here's the breaker I like, or you can follow them. Of course, you can, sign yourself to follow the certain breakers of your favorite choice, or you can just flip through them and scroll through them. They're listed as next break up. So as you keep swapping from right to left, you're going to see the next break based on the time that it's going to go live. If you click in there and go live, the one I was looking at today happened to be supposed to be a 3 p.m. break. As of 3 p.m. when I first jumped in, I was just going to watch just to see how the format worked and how the breaker was doing and what was different from eBay or whatnot, or direct on YouTube or Instagram or anywhere else. And it was 6 of 30 spots filled. So jumped out, didn't want to hear anybody talking. So the guy was talking about various cards, and there was a lot of live chat interaction going back and forth. So he was reading the chat, answering the questions live. I came back right before this telecast tonight, and he was still on there, and there was still 6 of 30 going. So it's going to be slow because there's just not a lot of people with early access, and half the population is still blocked out because they have Android. So again, Fanatics Live is live. It's going to be a slow rollout. Supposed to be established breakers, from what I saw. Yes, those were big names in there. I recognized almost all of them except for one, I think. So established breakers have stuff posted. Breaks have taken place. Going to need the early access code warm-ups. Obviously, sooner or later, that's going to go by the wayside, and you won't need a code to get in. If you do want to try to put an application in as a seller, you can do that. I can tell you that as a smaller seller, I have already been rejected on the first round, and I'm on a standby list. So as they start opening up, I'm sure there's some type of rating that I got based on my application that puts me next man up or 50th up or whatever that case may be. And then sooner or later, if they open it up to say another 50, I may get a shot. We'll definitely give it. If I get approved, I will definitely give it a shot on Fanatics Live. Just a lot easier to draw attention once you get to the app. So when the millions of collectors get established on the app and get logged in, there's really only one place to go is to look for apps for the next break. So it's basically swap, move to the left, to the right, look for the next break. You can do searches, all that stuff. You can look for specific breakers if you follow a certain person. If you want to search for baseball 2023, you can do that. And then they appear for you to select and look at them. And then you'll see the list of all the players. Just click buy, and next thing you know, you're in the break. Obviously, I'm sure there'll be tweaking on the app. There'll be more people added. There'll be more breakers added, but it is an alternative to what eBay did today. So again, if you're new to breaking, if you're not up to speed on what happened in live breaking on eBay today, basically today was supposed to be D-Day. You know, the legal lawyers said in the email sent to me as a small breaker, your last day to list was July 18th. Obviously, that could have been July 18th at 12:01 a.m. It definitely was not July 18th at 5 p.m. I can tell you my break started at 5 p.m. posting, auto posting from my Ink Frog software, and every one of the 30 teams got rejected by eBay. Basically, it said you're in policy violation. You're not a pre-approved live breaker or case breaker now. You're no longer allowed to list live breaks, and everything didn't even make it to get actually listed. It didn't even get listed at all. It was canceled before it got processed. So what this means to the hobby as far as eBay, yesterday or very early this morning at some point on the 18th, the max time you can list an auction is you can fill them so you can have the buy it now prices. So there's probably a handful of those, but any of the auction based listing ones is a maximum 10 days. So for the most part, you're looking at the 27th, maybe some stuff early on the 28th would be the final days of those coming to an end. And those are the final days of your cheaper breaks. You're just not going to get into breaks cheap anymore. If you were a smaller breaker and you didn't make a lot of profit, your breaks may sell better for this final week. That's kind of why I waited for the last couple that I had laying around. Is hopefully there's some little better pricing, more input. Some of the teams that might go unsold before, maybe somebody picks those up. Either way, it's just as easy and fun to break these last 3 or 4 cases of blasters that I have laying around instead of trying to resell some blasters. So we'll have a good time in this final week. We'll put some breaks out there. Maybe some of you got some nice cheap cards. And so scan the QR code there on the screen and then take a look and Phoenix Breakers on eBay. And you can take and see what breaks I have left. Mostly blasters, elites, absolutes, illusions. I think there's some chronicles, some prestige, various different products, all football. The baseball that I had, Topps Chrome, that was the one that did get rejected today. So that's definitely canceled. So you won't see me posting any more live breaks as of right now, unless I get the standby pre-approved, which is where I'm at with eBay as well. I'm sure it's based on volume, dollar amount spent. People are selling bigger full case breaks. The more expensive cases, $5,000-$10,000 cases, obviously their dollar amount to eBay increases eBay's profit. So those might be the ones selected. The ones that had the highest feedback or the highest feedback rating, the pure volume of number of different breaks through eBay. They didn't really say how they decided to select the people, but I'm sure it's a combination of feedback score, volume of breaks listed, or the dollar amount of your breaks that you're selling. So once again, small breakers, they're done on eBay. The ones that are listed now are the final ones. Larger breakers cannot post anything new or the hand selected pre-approved breakers, they have the rest of the month off. They can come back on August 1st. So on August 1st, you will start seeing the pre-established breakers, the larger breakers. They will start listing again on eBay. Just do a quick little trend look and see what prices were at breaks before versus what they're going to be now for collectors. So collectors, they're going to be paying more. You can guarantee it. There's just no doubt about it. Fanatics Live is a little bit too early to jump over there to the platform. They still only got a handful of pre-approved breakers set up already, and it's very new, so it's just not going to roll out fast. They don't want a lot of people on there. I'm sure there's some special deals cut with these breakers, as to what's going on, how it's going to work, testing out the platform, making sure it's going to be fine. And then once the Apple version of Fanatics Live is there, then you can take and move over to roll out the Android, and then it may go to web-based as well. So we don't have all the details there. One final thing to note, Topps has announced that you must be an established brick and mortar establishment, or you're no longer going to be allowed to break the Topps product. So with that being said, you can no longer do like a lot of people do. If you go to your local card stores, they got a little corner, little table set up that they've rented out for the day, and somebody comes in with a name, Phoenix Breakers, or somebody comes into a local card store. Here's some spot. I'm a brick and mortar. I can break. That is not the case either. You yourself have to have 4 walls and an established location. Otherwise, you're in violation of the new Topps policy. You're going to start seeing more and more of these. I'm not sure if it's a move to push out breaking, if it's a move to kind of get a stronghold or establish yourself against Fanatics when they start to actually do the cards themselves. But I can tell you that my opinion would be Fanatics is in it for the money. They're going to have the cards. They're going to get the established breakers that are buying those brands of cards from them. They're going to be allowed to sell on the platform. And I'm sure there's going to be all types of incentives and kickbacks and whatnot. But, the Fanatics is going to want to keep the money within them. It's a business. It's not collecting to them. They're going to bring in whatever they need to do to make it a good transition for when they take over all the Panini licensing and start producing the cards themselves. If that means have some live breaks, if that means have some athletes come in and sign, they've already talked about the live experience, Fanatics Live experience. So there's a lot of things up on the horizon that are coming in. But again, today, quick little recap. Fanatics Live is live only on the Apple system. I've got it on my iPhone. I have not tried an iPad, but I assume it's available and works on iPad. You're going to need the early access code warmups, and it is not available as of the website. Here is the website that you would be looking at. You can sign up there, but you're not allowed, you're not able to log in. It's just a sign up form. And then after that, you're going to need that access code warmups. And then Android will be probably eventually down the road, a week or so, as they get more established. So that is taking place right now. Final note again, we'll recap eBay. The smaller breakers are pushed out as of today. That was the last listings early this morning and or yesterday. So all of the small breakers, their final posts are listed. Only established pre-approved breakers by eBay can list moving forward. They were told in their NDA agreement to hold off until August 1st. They're going to let all the smoke clear, all the database get cleared out of eBay, and then they're going to come back fresh on August 1st with pre-approved established breakers on eBay. At that point, I would totally expect prices to go up on brakes. If you're used to buying Green Bay Packers and you used to pay $30 for that type of brake, you're probably paying 50 now. It's just going to be something that's going to drive the prices up per team per brake, and eventually it's going to be where 90% of the teams don't make any money on the brake, maybe more. I mean, that could be the case now, obviously, in certain breaks, but the return on investment is not going to be there when you're paying way more for your brake price team to get into a brake. So that's my opinion on how it's going to go on eBay for a while. Again, check the breakers now. This might be your last week to get live brakes cheaper. As of next week, when all of these auctions end or all these listings end, and you're going to just the pre-approved breakers from eBay, they're going to increase prices, not by their choice. It's just going to happen by your neighbor, your buddy across the street. Everybody's going to be bidding, and it's just going to be a little bit more costly to win a team break. So again, that was the final recap. Small breakers on eBay are finished as of listing today. Everything is canceled automatically, and Fanatics Live is live only on Apple formats right now, and you need the code warmups to get in for early access. Stop by, check it out. Obviously, here on the screen is my QR code to the eBay store. I have 5 final brakes listed, all small ones, so they'll go cheap. I don't think you'll be paying more than $20 for a team max. So jump in, get some cards. We're shipping them out right away, as usual, right after the break's done. We'll sort them, ship them out, and get them to you 3 or 4 days. Oh, obviously, USPS, post office, it's no first class package now. It is ground advantage. So basically, same price, same service. Add 2 extra days to delivery times, about what it translates to. So, yep. For those that have seen me before, been in my breaks, bought my cards, I appreciate the support. Final 5 breaks on eBay as of now are listed. Check out the Facebook page. I'll be posting more about that later on this week, what breaks are coming up, so you can see that. And thank you for tuning in.